a Gambian diaspora will build a house and they will pass it to their cousin or their friend, and then that person, they don't know how to do the business of real estate.
Yeah.
And then they will spoil the entire thing for the family overseas as well as the one here.
Right.
So we're like,
if I could actually get my hands on the property and like just fix this here, put that there.
No, that's you. That's your
man.
thing.
I feel like I would be doing a lot more.
that is your thing.
Oh, I run off of this.
I was starting to
I'm here.
It's like this one want to run away from the set
how
somehow.
better-
I'm so
how about-
excited. Go.
Rasta no live in a tenement yard. Rasta no live in a tenement yard. Too much.
Watch it.
Follow.
Guys, welcome to another episode of our podcast setting here. My name is AB.
And I'm Queen Jody.
And if you're new to this channel, thank you guys for tuning in
That's
on this
right.
channel. On this podcast, we talk about our journey in, living in Gambia, doing real estate, and as a couple, what we have accomplished thus far, some of the challenges, some of the successes. Today's topic.
Pull it up, AP.
It's gonna
Today's
be what?
topic.
It's gonna be what? Today's topic is gonna be what? Today's topic is gonna be how we got started in rental property game, or just properties overall, touring houses. How did we get into it? You guys see us touring these beautiful houses, and you might be thinking, yo, Jody, AP, how did you get in those houses? How did you get connect? How did you make the link? In order to make it make sense, we have to tell you first. We have to give a backstory. So
That's right.
if you guys know our story, we relocated from Jamaica to the Gambia with only $500. Actually, when we get to Senegal, we spend some of that money.
Yeah.
And we only get to Gambia with around 200.
That's true.
And, we use our brains, our smarts to turn that into money. And one of the ways that we were doing that was through affiliate marketing.
That's right.
Right?
Affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
For Roland's.
First, right?
Yeah.
So while we were doing that, we were staying at a house. That house was not our house. We were just staying there for a few days. But we had the intention of getting our own place, as a couple.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It
I think we
makes
spent
sense.
a month or so there.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that
No. The second one we spent a month,
Yeah.
but not the first one. The first one was very short.
The first one we were just being introduced to Gambia. If we should talk about like the rental properties that we've been into AP, I think that one was one of the best that we've been into.
No,
even
let me
though
tell you something.
we didn't rent it.
When you
ourselves.
talk about luxury,
yeah,
when you talk about posh,
yeah,
when you talk about expensive decor, that place was expensive.
It was.
And I think the rental price for that place was like $500 to $600. No, it was $1 million a year.
That property was like a twin property.
Yeah, it was a twin property.
Yeah, it was like a twin property.
And we have to do this. We have to say, shout out to, the host at that time that allow us to stay there. Shout out to you. Thank you for allowing us to do that. We're very grateful people. We're ungrateful.
Very grateful.
And so we moved to another property as well. And while we were moving around these places, we wanted to find a property for ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think that was the time when we have a conversation with our brother. And we're like, yo, we need a place to live, brother. We're not have nowhere. Where we're going to sleep?
As a couple,
It's very bad.
It's nice to, can vibe with other people and chill, but you wanted a place for ourselves as a couple.
We wanted that.
Yeah.
We wanted that freedom.
Yeah. So we said, okay, let's find a rental property.
Let's go. And, he reached out to one of his friends and he said, yo, my people, they need a place. And he's like, I got the ideal place for you guys. Come Saturday.
And that one was where? In Tijering,
Gambia. Tijering
is a nice community.
It's
still,
very beautiful, to be honest.
It's one of those communities like you would have said you would have lived in a Jamaica.
Yeah. Like it's like one of them uptown Beverly Hills type estates.
Close to.
It's coming there.
Yeah, close to.
It's coming there.
It can take more work, but the community is nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
And it's close to the coastal area, like it's close to the beach.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
you can walk to the beach and that style.
Which we never did.
We never did. Oh my God. Even though we don't do that.
Even when we were living in Tijering, we never did go to the beach in Tijering.
We never even go to the beach.
We went to the Tangi beach though, where the fish market is, but we didn't spend there.
And listen, that's a story for another
day.
Oh, you guys, listen, we have a lot of stories for you, So make sure you subscribe, guys. So anyways, we were looking for properties and, our brother introduced us to the house in Tijering. I remember the first time pulling up at the gate.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
I felt like I was pulling up at a estate in Jamaica.
Yeah. It was like a place like a rich person would live. I was like, yo, we don't have the money if we really. Well, anyways, we went and checked it out. I think at the time, to be honest with you guys, we started to make some income on YouTube because we used to do like our daily vlogs.
Yeah,
we were doing our daily vlogs
a lot.
We were selling our merch,
and we were doing a lot more of the live streams as well.
Yeah,
so that helped.
Yeah,
it's like we just decided we were going on a marathon,
going all out,
a big campaign because we need for paying the rent.
Yo, I guess what? Shout out to every single person that give us a super chat at
that point in time.
It really helps.
Yeah, and for those who sent PayPal and those who were on Patreon at that time,
shout out to you guys. To be quite honest with you,
and shout out to those who actually bought the merch.
Yeah. That's what I said. They were buying the shirts
and the songs.
Yeah.
The song,
but
the
guys,
album.
To be honest with you, those small contributions really help at the time.
Yeah.
And you know what a lot of people don't know about coming to Africa is that it can be very challenging, especially if you come without money.
Yeah.
And if you come without a plan. But we told them, like, our journey to Africa is not like we just get up and we're going to come.
Yeah.
We were guided here. So things just happen when it happened.
Yeah.
So anyways, I remember we walked through the gate. The front door, they didn't have a key. So we had to go to the back.
Yeah.
And when I go to the back and the guy said, this is the storage. And I look at him and I'm like, this is the storage.
No, you know what? When we entered the back door and he said, this is the kitchen.
No, the storage is at the front first.
No, I mean the back door.
Oh, no, you're gone inside.
Too much.
You took this girl.
I'm gone into the house already.
Jody,
sorry.
You don't know if to tell story though.
Wait.
You don't know what to tell story though. You don't know what to tell story.
I work with the AP.
Okay. So we walk
to the gate.
And we see the is a storage
and we see the lawn.
We see the lawn
yes.
first.
Then we take the left, Ben.
No, we go to right. We take the right.
No.
Jodian, may have the video, I'm going to show it.
Oh, you would go around that side.
Yeah, take the right. And then we see the storage area.
The storage on the left, AP.
Straight down. Yeah, the storage is on the left.
Yeah.
Then straight down we saw the boys' quarter.
At the back.
And the boys' quarter, guys, is so big.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was an additional house.
I thought so too.
What?
It was a boys' quarter.
The guy says a boy. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then we entered through the back
door of the house. Yes.
When we go to the back, it was to the kitchen. That's what you mean.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, and the guy said, this is the kitchen. And I'm looking at the big space from the back door to almost to the next front. I'm like,
the kitchen was huge. The kitchen was huge.
And the cupboards, them never in there yet.
There was no cupboard there at the time.
Yeah.
Actually, the kitchen was still under construction.
But I could see where the kitchen was going. To be honest with your AP, even though the cupboards weren't in yet and the sinks weren't in yet, I could see where the kitchen would go.
Yeah. Because what I could see the vision that they were trying with the tilings.
Yeah.
And and from the kitchen, we went inside and we saw the living room. Now, when we saw the living room, guys, I was like, yeah. We're going to stay at this place because it was so luxurious to me. There was nothing there. There was just empty space, but I could see Jody putting the sofa, and the nice curtain, and the rug. I could see that. I was like, yo, you know what happened? Let's take this place. Mind you, we didn't have all the money.
No, we never
have. Let's go for 6 months.
Yeah. They were taking rent for 1 year?
1 year. They were like 1 year straight.
And for those who don't know, like in the Gambia here, most of the times rental, for long-term rents, they go up to 6 months to a year. And most persons tend to go for 1 year. But advisably, I would say try and go for 6 months.
Yeah.
Some people might be very, very lenient where you will get 3 months.
Yeah.
But that's if you find a really good landlord for talk to.
Yeah, and that's another story.
Or an agent.
To be quite honest with you guys, it's like that. Renting properties in Gambia is tough. Africa overall is tough. From our first experience at that house, we were like, yo, we are so excited to edit the video and put it out, to show you guys what Gambia have to offer. Because if you come and you stay around certain ends of Gambia, you say, I don't want to stay. But we wanted to show you guys this kind of houses that are available in the Gambia. Maybe that will help them come, I was thinking.
But AP, mind you, remember, back in the days when we hear of Africa,
Yeah.
the kind of housing that they portray, oh, you know, Africa, these people live in huts and mud houses.
Yeah.
Not that huts and mud houses are bad,
Me, I
because
like
they are
them.
more environmentally friendly, to
That's
be honest
true.
with
That's
you.
true.
And if you need your land for something else, you can just easily lick it down and do something else
That's
with your
true.
land.
That is
But
true.
when you actually build a concrete structure like an apartment or stuff on it, it's much difficult to just demolish that place and it's be at its natural again.
That is
if,
true.
If you know what I mean, because you're
That is
already
true.
digging on the ground and concrete it.
Yeah, so you kind of spoil the land. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Another reason why we got into rental property, guys, you know, it's no story. I mean, it's no secret.
Yeah.
Why we did that. You know, we came to Africa, as we said, with $500, and some people were saying that we're crazy to do that. Why would you do that? And you know, we wanted to utilize the opportunities that we have in terms of that was here to make a living for ourselves. And we're like, yo, we love this property. That first video, it was so excited for us. And, you know, we got a lot of views on that video.
Yeah. And people were like,
Yeah.
are there any more like that?
Are there any more house like that? I need to see. We're like, I look at Jody and it's like, hey, Jody,
This is an opportunity.
I think we need to go
you
and tour
know.
these houses.
Yeah, we should capitalize on it.
But we encountered a whole lot of problems with that because, you know, when it comes to real estate, our business in Gambia is not, there's no regulations in certain things. And so you have the middlemans.
Yeah, and no proper structure.
Yeah, and the middleman, they are not necessarily all professionals. And so they can sometimes cause problems when it comes to, you know, doing business, especially in real estate.
Yeah.
Because what happens is maybe a Gambian diaspora will build a house and they will pass it to their cousin or their friend. And then that person, they don't know how to do the business of real estate.
Yeah.
And then they will spoil the entire thing for the family overseas as well as the one here.
Right.
So we're like, we were fighting. I think one at the time we do a video like, you know, why we weren't doing anymore.
we kind of did
And
just
we
get
were
fed up.
getting hungry, like, yeah. Jody was like, yo, I need to feed myself too. You have to pay me. Blah, blah. And it was very fun.
Yeah, that's true. We
Yeah, you remember now, you were going hard.
I was. To be honest with you, I was kind of frustrated at that time because I'm looking at the properties and I'm saying the properties are being wasted, and we have a multiple of leads on our platform, emails, TikTok, and people were just asking, I need rentals.
Yeah.
And I was like, but it's not connecting because the properties are here, the leads are here, and it's like not connecting. And I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, I think if you guys remember, we even launched something called Rebites once,
Yeah.
where we were trying to bridge the gap between property owners and people that want property to rent. You know, we were trying to help with that one day, but it didn't go as we wanted to. So we had to cancel that project. But we have a lot of stuff in the pipeline. Who knows? Let's see. But we started in the property game to show people what is available and to also provide for ourselves. And it was very tricky because, as we said, we have to deal with agents. And sometimes we just feel fed up because if it's not agent, sometimes it's the very client that you're trying to help.
Yeah.
It's the one that is giving you the problem. I don't trust you. It was like, hey.
All right. From my observation though, AP, like since our journey with the rental properties, we will find some really great properties, and we'll do great videos with it. But the price point, it scared a lot of people.
It's very scary.
And then you'll find some not so good property, but the video you're trying to make it nice.
That's true.
And still the price point on some, but in most cases it was difficult. You know, let me be honest with you. For me, as a person who own a property, I would want to take pride in my property, right?
Okay.
So if I'm saying I'm going to open up my property for rental, especially short term, you know, because, you know, short term really does make the money more than the long
That's
term.
true. That is true.
So if I'm going to open up my property for short term, then I have to give the rentees or the guests, you know, a feel. Like I can't just present the house anyhow.
That is true.
You know, we have gone to some places, AP, and we're like, okay, the property is nice,
But
why didn't they just clean the property?
yo, we see too much of that. Like, you know, that was one of the frustration that we have to, like the biggest one actually.
Yeah, because you would
One of the biggest one.
we would have brought like more vibe to the property, like for people to see it.
I think what happened is what I said is like most of the property owners, they are overseas.
Yeah.
And you know, they give it to their family members to rent. And so those people, they don't really care about the
look, the aesthetics. Yeah.
They just want to rent it and make the money, and that's it.
Yeah, they
and
just
so
care
the
about the
property
money.
get destroyed.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to make a change in that, and so we tried to do it, but it never worked out there, unfortunately.
Do we give up hope though with that?
No, for me, listen, I love touring property. I know you love touring properties
Me
too.
love it. And if I could actually get my hands on the property and like just, okay, fix this here, put that there.
No, that's you. That's you. That's your
Man,
thing. That's
I feel like I would be doing a lot more.
that is your thing. Like for Jody, like going to the properties and just walking through the properties is not enough for this.
It's not enough for
you
me.
know? I used to tell her, like, when you go to the property, even if it's empty, the house,
Yeah.
you know, just visualize and take people on a journey. Like, you know, I would put that there. I would put, you know, sometimes what happened with Jody too, she will go to the property and she will see the position of certain things already. And her brain's inside her head, she's thinking, hey, if I put this there, if I put that there, if I put this there. And she don't even want to do the videos no more. She wants to just go and fix the entire property. That's her.
That's me. It's the truth. I don't know how I contain myself.
I literally have to fight with you. I literally have to fight with her. To be honest, I have to not physically fight, but I literally have to fight with you to be like, yo, Jody, come and do the video, this, that. You're inside your head. I'm going to change this. I want to change that.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
it's the
not
truth.
your property.
It's the truth. It's the truth, to be honest with you. Yeah. I am more hands-on when it comes to like property.
So, you know what? Why do you love decorating so much though? Like on a real level.
I think it's something that I've developed over the years as a child, growing up. And my fashion, the love for fashion, cloth. And
textile,
for textile and paint and stuff like that. It kind of, my mom used to do it a lot with us. We would just change up the house, you know, every other weekend or something. You know, put different curtains, and we just, I used to like how it feels when I set the curtains in place and the cushions in the sofa. If we should make a wrap, because okay, we're tired of the look of the sofa and we can't afford to buy a new sofa.
Yeah,
let's put something over.
You know, I was looking at this sofa. I was thinking like, yo, let's throw something over this one. But yeah,
you know, so since then, as a child, I think I developed that love for decorating. You know, and so even now, it's kind of hard to like not see an empty space and ready to just put my hands on it and make it.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I like to watch you decorating these spaces. And if I were a property owner in Gambia, I would definitely send an email to queenjodiandap@gmail.com to get this woman inside your property to help you to evaluate certain things.
Yeah.
To position it so you can get more clients that are going to stay with you and want to come back. Because the whole property game, why we, as I said, get started in it, because we have a love for property, housing, we have a love for real estate. And that's why we get into these two areas, like, you know, the land and the houses like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, how has it been for you thus far though? Like over the past 3 years, like if you were to change anything in housing, like, you know, when it comes to commercial, like, well, it's residential, but when people come in to rent it, what would you change? What would you change about it?
Yes, it's residential, but it's commercial in the aspect where you, the owner, is letting your property. You understand?
Yes.
For income.
Yeah, for income.
So in that case, it's more of commercial.
Yeah.
Right? So then you would say, what was the question again?
What would you change in the
What
game?
would
Like,
I
what would you
change?
change to make it better? Like, what would you do?
All right, for me, I know for most property owners, it's difficult to find someone that they can trust, especially if those overseas that cannot be hands-on with their property.
That's true.
So they're looking for that trust factor, and not just trust factor. They're also looking for a person who is keen on the aesthetics of
Details.
the property, the detailing, and how the client is gonna feel entering the property and stay in the property. Because to be honest with you, if your guests don't feel safe in the property, if they don't sleep well in the property, you know, it doesn't give them that, let me recommend somebody. Their first thing is, Lord God, then they couldn't fix this and then couldn't fix that.
Jody, you're deep. You see now, you're too deep in patois. They don't understand what I say.
Okay.
Jody.
Sorry guys, let me bring it back.
Your patois too deep.
Okay, let me bring it back,
Wait,
guys.
anybody understand what she just said? Comment and let me know. I know you don't.
No, let me bring it back. So, okay, if the person come and they don't enjoy their stay, it's like going to a hotel.
Yes.
If you don't enjoy your stay at that hotel, what is gonna be your talk to your people?
Yeah,
Don't go back to that hotel. I don't like it. The food never nice. The catering never good. Most persons, let me be honest, most persons rent places, AP, in the Gambia, not because they're comfortable with it, but them just have to make do with it. If that makes sense. If you guys are following and you understand that and you feel like that sometimes too, when you rent a property here, you can just comment below and let us know.
Comment and let us know.
Yeah.
But you know what? You still not answer the question. What would you change?
Oh, what would I change? All right. So for me, I would find somebody. If I'm not here as a property owner, I would find somebody that I can trust to handle the management of the property for me with criterias. Because not everybody have your taste and
true.
what you want to achieve as the property owner. The other person might not help you to accomplish that if they don't understand.
Okay, so that's what you would do. Like you would go for management then.
Yeah, I will go for management for people who manage.
So I agree with you. Based on what we've seen, you know, coming into the property game in Gambia, we've seen where a lack of professionalism in terms of how you deal with clients and how you conduct business is a problem. And, you know, that is going to cause a lot of people to lose revenue. And it can go to a point where it costs people not to even come back to the country because, you know, you might have a bad experience. You might have a bad experience at the house and you just decide like, you know what? I'm not coming back to this country anymore because this landlord did this to me. So, you know, how we got started in the property game or why we got started in the property game was to see how we could make an impact in terms of helping people to find properties that was clean, you know, up to standard. I think we accomplished that thus far. And, you know, as I said, if you're a property owner, you want us to, you know, do some business with you. Send us an email at queenjodiandap@gmail.com. Yes, this is an ad. queenjodiandap@gmail.com. And you know,
shout us an email. We'll be happy to come and tour your property.
Yeah.
And before we come though, please, me a beg you, please make sure the property clean.
Yeah.
You understand? When the people like, if the place is not yet complete, I can understand because work is in progress. But if the property is like complete, please make them throw away the garbage, make them sweep out the house, cobweb, you know, because the presentation of the house is key. If we should take a client, okay, we are virtually taking the clients through the property.
That is true. Virtual tour.
When we record our videos,
that's
right?
True.
But when the client come on the ground, what they don't see in like what they see in the video, they're expecting to come and see it even better
in reality.
True.
That is true.
And you know, it kind of feel a way for us as persons who promote professionalism and who promote cleanliness and certain things to take a client to a property that don't look good, like it don't clean.
Yeah, I understand. I agree with that, and I think, you know, the property owner should take those what you just said and apply it 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, guys, comment and let us know what you think about this video. You know, if you're coming to Gambia, you know, if you have any experience with properties, does it match up to what we're saying? You know, and we just wanted to share with you guys how we started into property. This is our 3rd episode of our podcast, and we have more episodes coming. So make sure you subscribe and stick and stay for this. This is how we're choosing to add value to you.
That's right.
Who are thinking of moving to Africa and you're planning and you're at your house right now. You're like, what do I need to know about this? And also our mission is to, promote investing in the Gambia, especially in real estate. So we're going to share our story as real estate investors, and what we see, how we live life, how we experience that, so that if you're thinking of doing the same thing as us, it will be a source of information or guidance, on your journey. So that's what we're doing there.
But AP, I have a question for you still. Before
you have a question for
off.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
What is
on a serious note, though.
On a serious note.
Because, we start off where we are saying about Rasta don't live in a tenement yard. So, tenement yard really there?
Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest with you, if tenement yard is in Gambia, I've seen line houses, and line houses are similar to like what people would call tenement yard in Jamaica.
Yeah, our family compound.
Yeah.
I feel that way
it have a tenement yard vibe. But the whole idea of tenement yard is when you live in a space with a lot of people, and then anybody can see in your business. Like, if you carry a new boyfriend or a girlfriend home, everybody know. If you buy a bag of rice, everybody know.
Yeah.
If you get a new car, everybody know.
Yeah.
If you buy your new clothes, everybody know. If you owe somebody, everybody know.
Yeah, that kind of vibe though, for true. You can. I mean.
Yeah. I know.
Apartments though, how do you feel? Because we're actually living in an apartment. We've lived in an apartment. So we've have the experience of living in an apartment versus a compound. How does that feel?
To be honest with you, apartments are more private. Funny enough.
Yeah.
Apartments are more private than you having a full house. I don't know how to explain it. Somehow, apartments is like you go in your space. Like once you go inside your own space,
and you lock the door,
and you close the door.
Yeah.
Finish.
Yeah.
You don't have no disturbance from nobody.
I guess it depends on the persons who rent the property though. Because if you like rent, if a different kind of set of persons rent the property, then people are going to their business like it's a tenement yard vibe now. So
kinda, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, so, that's true. Yeah. That is true. But
so it's the kind of people who rent.
Like if you're going to go in certain areas of, like say, the Gambia, and you want to rent a apartment, expect people like tenement yard vibes.
Yeah.
And you might go somewhere and you rent a place and it's more pricey and more upscale. Expect to see business people. Hello, Mr. So-and-so. Good day.
Or maybe you don't hear even a greeting.
You don't even hear nothing. You just see the Range Rover drive out every day.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you so much. I love doing videos with this beautiful woman beside me here.
Same here.
And this podcast, we are definitely dedicating it towards sharing our experience, as we said, our story of how we invest in real estate and live life here in the Gambia. So if it's interesting to you, you find these videos interesting, please subscribe. Share these videos with someone that you know.
That's right.
Thank you to everyone for tuning in. We appreciate you. And as we say, you know what you say?
No, you know what, we always say a lot of things. So which one of them you want to work with?
Work and let it work.
All right, work and let it work.
Work and let it work. That's what we're pushing right now. Because if you don't put in the work, you don't get no results.
That's true. Absolutely. That's what we've been doing. That's what we've been living.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So until the next episode, work and let it work.